Hello everybody, my name is Ray Albert. I want to welcome you to this masterclass where I'm going to show you how you can get 5, 10, even 30 leads per month automatically on autopilot without stressing, without doing any kind of going out there and talking to people, knocking on doors and things like that, okay? So let's get started. So the question is, why is it that you cannot get sales and leads for your business, right? You're a local service business. You think you're doing all the right things. You created a website, or maybe your friend or one of your family members or something like that created a website for you. And maybe you even created a Google business profile for yourself. And you thought, wow, people always say if you have a website and a Google business profile and you get to show up into the 3-pack, you're going to get business. Now, I've been doing this for a while now. And what I've come to realize is that there are certain businesses that just naturally fall into the Google 3-pack, and you really don't have to do much at all to get there, and you get business. I had a handyman business one time back in 2018. I started it, I built a website, I created a Google business profile, I did a few jobs, and all of a sudden I was showing up in the search results for handyman services in Waterbury, Connecticut. And when I moved down to Milford, Connecticut, I did the same thing. I had to make everything resonate for Milford, Connecticut. But within 3 weeks or so, I was getting business. I was getting so much business, I had to turn it down. But why is it some niches, when they do the right things, they just do not seem to get business? Well, the reason is, folks, is that because there's competition. When you have niches like roofers, chiropractors, or dentists, hairstylists, things of that nature, there's competition. So if you're in the handyman service business, there's really little to no competition anyway. But if you're in those other niches, there's competition. And so in order to get shown in the 3-pack of Google, you have to be able to rank for certain keywords. And if there's other competition in your area that's been doing it for longer than you, or years longer than you even, it's a tough road to hoe to get to that special place in Google, the 3-pack or the organic search results. And that's why I'm here. Because what happens is there is a customer journey. The customer doesn't even know who you are, number one. And if they do know who you are, what's going to happen? They're going to look you up on Google. They're going to check out your website. They're going to check out your Google business profile. They're going to see what kind of reviews you get. So it's important to have those two things in place as well, because even if you do what I'm going to tell you to do right now, people might see who you are, and they're going to go ahead and check your website, or they're going to check your Google business profile to see if they want to do business. But first, you got to get them to know who you are. You got to get them to see what you do. You have to convince them that they want to work with you. And so in this masterclass, this is what I'm going to teach you what to do. There's 5 different steps that you need to take in order to be able to get your 5, 10, even 30 leads every single month that might turn into 5 to 10 or 15 jobs. It's totally how you sell yourself. So let's get started with the masterclass. Okay, now let's go through the real reasons why most businesses struggle to generate any leads or appointments or even sales, and let me know if this sounds like you. Can you relate to the following? Every single month, you need new business to keep your company alive, right? Do you hope that your marketing efforts are enough? Are you finding that the traditional ways of marketing, like cold calling, relying on referrals, knocking on doors, buying ads, being on social media, having a website, Google business profile, and things like that are less effective than they used to be? And have you tried paying for marketing companies to build a converting website, or bought leads from a lead generation company, but all you got was shared leads or low quality leads that were just looking for the lowest price? And have you tried paying on a monthly retainer to another marketing company, but you still struggle to get any real tangible results? Okay, because what a real marketing company does is they do what I told you to do before, is build your website and Google business profile. But if you're one of those niches that has a high difficulty of getting to show up in the Google search results, you're still not going to get any real tangible results. Now, you might just be starting out in business. You might be starting a roofing company or a landscaping company, or you might just be starting your chiropractic company. And you got all this information overload and just don't know what to do. But you do believe that marketing is important, and everything that you've tried in the past or that you think you want to try, you just can't figure out what's going on or how to do it. If you can relate to any of the things that I've described or what I talked about in the beginning, you're not alone, because I've spoken to different kinds of businesses, local service businesses on the phone, who have told me that they've experienced one or more of these problems all the time. It's always the same thing. They want more business. They can't seem to find what the real problem is. What the real problem is that most people are using marketing techniques that are outdated, and they're not using any of today's marketing strategy. Today's marketing strategies are automated, predictable, profitable, and scalable. So when you move to the new business model, everything changes. So once you start using today's marketing strategies, you will only attract the clients or customers that you want to work with, and you automatically filter out the wrong types of customers or clients and not waste your time. You will also generate leads, appointments, and clients on demand, and you'll know exactly how many sales appointments and clients that you're going to win every single month with consistency. And best of all, you're in full control. You decide how many sales appointments and clients you want each month. So the big question is, what is the new model of marketing? Well, that's exactly what this masterclass is all about. The masterclass will show you the 5 steps to the new marketing method, and by the end of this class, you will know exactly what it is that you need to do to get predictable leads and appointments every single month with your ideal clients. So let's get started. Okay, before we get started with the class, there's really one more thing that I want to reiterate before we get started. Like I said before, it's very important at the start of everything that you have a converting website and an optimized Google business platform that is congruent with your website. Why? Like I said before, as you attract potential clients and customers with your new marketing method, some will check you out by looking at your website and your Google business profile to see if you have any good reviews and if they want to work with you. But those that don't do that, they're going to go through your marketing material. So for those that do go through your marketing material, here is step 1. Step 1 is about solving a big, painful problem for your clients or your customers. If you don't solve a big, painful problem for your potential clients or customers, it doesn't matter how good that your marketing or your sales are, you will not get any results. Why? Because nobody's going to care. So if you want to get leads, appointments, and clients predictably every single month, it's very important that you solve a big, painful problem. And once you can solve that big, painful problem that you provide to your customers, you need to communicate how you solve that problem in a way that gets people excited to want to work with you. Now, I've worked with a lot of clients over the years, and some of these clients, for example, plumbers, rescreening companies, lawyers, dentists, and roofers, they all know that they can solve a big problem for their clients. But the problem is that they don't know how to communicate this in a way that actually gets people excited to want to work with them. You might be thinking to yourself, okay, Ray, that all sounds good, but how does it work? Well, this is what we're going to discuss in step 2. Now, imagine having a salesperson who can speak to your leads anytime, any day, 24/7. Well, that's pretty much what a video sales letter allows you to do. It's a fully automated way to build trust and value and educate your potential clients or customers about the big problem that you can solve for them. And once you show them how you solve that problem, you can then get them to schedule an appointment with you to learn more, or they can just call you if that is an option for your business. And when I say that this is a fully automated way to get booked appointments on your calendar or people ringing the phone, I really mean it's a fully automated way to get people ringing the phone or to book appointments on your calendar. So a video sales letter, or VSL, in your business is kind of like having a salesperson working for you 24/7, explaining to your potential clients or customers the big problem that you could solve for them. So how do you create this video sales letter? Well, first of all, it doesn't need to be anything fancy. You don't need to be on camera. You don't need to buy any expensive video equipment, and you don't even need to hire a video production company. All you need to do is create a simple PowerPoint or keynote presentation that explains how you can help. And now this brings me to step 3. And step 3 is to create a sales funnel engineered to get sales appointments or phone calls. So what exactly is a sales funnel? Well, you've probably heard the word funnel used hundreds of times before, and simply put, a funnel is a way to get people to take a specific set of actions to reach your ultimate goal. So if your goal is to get more clients or customers, you need to get more appointments or phone calls. And to get more appointments or phone calls, you need to get more high quality leads. So the more leads, appointments, and phone calls that you get, the more clients you will win. With a sales funnel, we want people to take a specific action that will lead to a high quality sales appointment or phone call. Now, at this point, you might be wondering, okay, what kind of funnel is it that we create? Now, there's hundreds of different kinds of funnels that you could create. Let me show you exactly what the funnel that I'm talking about looks like. And by the way, if you don't yet have this funnel in your business, it means that there's a huge opportunity for growth right now. So the big question is, what does this funnel look like? Well, the first thing that you need is you need to have a landing page or opt-in page. Now, this page is different than the home page on your website. This is a specific page where the only thing that they have to do on this page is to look at the headline, see what big painful problem that it is that you solve, and then they insert their name and their email address so they can get access to the information that you have to offer them. And guess what? When they click the button to see the information that you offer them, guess where they're going to go? They're going to go to your video sales letter, where it is that you're going to explain to them in detail what it is that you can do for them, how you can solve their problem, and why they want to work with you. Then after they watch that video, now see, this is where you're going to get your ideal clients, because if they don't want to work with you, they're not going to take the next step, okay? You're going to find ways in your video to weed out the people that you don't want to go to the next step, because you only want a specific kind of person to actually go and take the next step, right? So after they watch that video and they want to take the next step, they can either take action by clicking on the button and getting put on your calendar, or they could pick up the phone and give you a call. Now, if they decide to go on your appointment calendar, there you could ask more specific questions to weed out the kind of people that you don't want to work with. Okay, you only want to work with certain people. You don't want to work with everybody, okay? So this is how this funnel works. Now, there are a little variation of this funnel, but more or less, this is what it looks like. Once your funnel is set up, you can also maximize your conversions by email marketing and retargeting strategy. The way this works is that you would have your funnel, and not everyone who watches your video is going to schedule an appointment and call you right away. So what you need to do is have a way to follow up with them. Now, one way to follow up with them is with email. You can then have the follow-up email send people back to either your video page or schedule a phone call. That's why in the first step, or the opt-in page, it was very important that we, ask for their name and their email. And on top of that, if you want to get even better results, you can also have retargeting ads that retarget people that have visited your website pages but haven't yet taken action. Now, as I mentioned, having a funnel is pointless if no one actually sees it. So you need a way to get people to actually go to the funnel, right? And that's what step 4 is all about. Focusing on the marketing activities that actually gets results. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I see is that people spend thousands of dollars or countless hours on marketing that does not bring any results, or it brings in painfully slow results. So how can you avoid this? Well, what I recommend is that you use the Pareto principle. What you'll find with the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, is that 80% of your results come from 20% of your marketing activities. So you need to stop doing the 80% of the marketing busy work that doesn't get you any results at all, and focus on the 20% of the marketing activities that do get results. So what are the right marketing activities to focus on if you want to get leads, appointments, and clients or customers as fast as possible? So let's go through each marketing channel one at a time and compare the busy work versus the actually get results stuff, right? So let's start with LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, everyone else is doing busy work. They're posting every day, they're commenting on other people's posts, and they're liking other people's posts. They're joining LinkedIn groups, they're trying to have discussions, they're sending sales pitches via LinkedIn messages. And this is what 80% of people are doing on LinkedIn, and it doesn't work very well. And you know what? They're doing the exact same thing on Facebook. They're posting every day, commenting on other people's posts, liking other people's posts, joining Facebook groups, and trying to have discussions, or they're trying to send sales pitches via Facebook messaging. Now, I know this because I've heard clients before who were doing all this stuff and it wasn't getting any results. I was even doing this in the beginning too. And then after focusing on the activities that actually gets results, they finally were able to get high quality leads and appointments every single month from LinkedIn or Facebook. So what are the activities on LinkedIn and Facebook that you need to focus on to get results? Well, it's very simple. All you do is you ask them through direct messaging if they want to watch a simple video that solves a big painful problem. The key here is that you're not selling to them straight away on LinkedIn or Facebook. You're just asking them if they want to watch a free educational video that actually provides value to them, similar to the video that you're watching right now. Then after they watch the video, if they decide that they want to speak with you to learn more, they can do that. But the key thing is that you're not selling to them straight away. You're providing value to them, and then if they want to move forward, it's their choice. And the same goes for the other free methods of getting traffic, right? If you're making blog posts on your website, have a call to action on the bottom to go to your VSL or video sales letter. If you're making a YouTube video, always tell them if they want to learn more to go to the website address in the description, which of course leads to your video sales letter. In other words, don't make content just for the sake of making content. Have a purpose. Another way to generate leads on autopilot is using Facebook ads. These ads convert really well and can generate leads and appointments every single month. Focus your Facebook ads on what's going to get you results, which is sending people to your marketing or video sales funnel. You need to ignore everything else that you can do on Facebook. Don't do all of the other busy stuff on Facebook. Just focus on one ad at a time, because all you need is, one or two ads really on Facebook that can completely change your business. Focus your time and energy and money on what's going to get you predictable results in the long term, not just gimmicks that may work well for a few months and then die out. So here's an easy way to visualize it. There are different marketing channels here on the left, and then each of these marketing channels is sending people to your marketing or video sales letter. Now, the really cool thing about the strategy in step 4 is that 4 out of the 5 channels are actually free or low-cost channels. And just by using these free or low-cost channels, you can get anywhere from 5 to 30 high-quality appointments or phone calls each month without spending a dime on advertising. Then whenever you're ready, you can use Facebook ads to get as many appointments as you like on demand. Your only limitation is your time and your target audience. And the best thing about using Facebook ads is that it's fully automated and it's a lot more scalable than LinkedIn, Google, or even YouTube. So what would it be worth to you to be able to skip all of the failures creating your digital marketing machine by yourself to get it done right the first time so you can start generating leads right away? Let's do a little math. Say your conversion rate is 20%, which is a lowball figure. As a business owner, you should be able to close at a much higher rate than that. But let's say you convert 1 out of every 5 people into a client or customer. That means when you get 20 to 30 book calls every single month, either using the free method or through Facebook, a 20% conversion rate means that you're going to win 4 to 6 new clients or customers each month. And again, this is being very conservative. Now, how much is a new client or customer worth to you? For most of the businesses that I work with, the answer is between $1,000 to $20,000 or more. But for now, let's just say a new client is worth $3,500. So winning just 4 to 6 new clients a month would mean $14,000 to $21,000 extra dollars per month. Over a 12-month period, that would be $168,000 to $252,000 in additional revenue to you. So ask yourself, how much money would you be willing to invest to bring in an additional $252,000 of revenue into your business each year? Many businesses would gladly pay $100,000 to $150,000 to bring in that extra $252,000. Now, if we decided to work together, you wouldn't have to pay nearly that much, but I do want you to see the value of what you're getting with this service. So now let's break down the numbers and see how much value that I'm providing with this service. We're going to break down each section of the service and what I provide and how much each of those sections would cost if you were to do it separately or piecemeal it out. Now, first of all, we optimize your front end of your website and your Google business profile. Now, this is a value of $2,500. Next, we give you 6 months of SEO, technical, on-page and off-page SEO, for a value of $9,000 for 6 months of SEO. Then we create a video sales letter script for you, valued at $3,000. Then after you approve the sales script, we then create the VSL itself, valued at $2,500. Then after you approve the VSL, we then create the funnel, which includes the different landing pages, forms, and automation that happens behind the scenes. Value for this service is $5,000. Then we create 3 months worth of weekly follow-up emails. This is valued at $995. Then we set up your traffic channels, which has an additional value of $1,500. All total, the value is $24,495. But again, if we work together, you're not going to have to pay even that much. So for our pricing, we have done our best to be completely upfront and transparent. So upfront, the cost to work with us is $15,000. This is where we build all of your assets for you, including the sales VSL, marketing and sales funnel, all the email follow-up messages, Facebook advertising creatives, the SEO for your website, and the optimization of your website and Google business profile. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, Ray, this sounds all well and good, but I've had people burn me before. How do I know this is actually going to work for me? First, let me say that over the years, I've spoken to a lot of people who have spent a lot of money on online courses, training programs, and other marketing companies, but at the end of the day, they never got any results. And when I asked why, and what did the company do for you to get your results, the answer was either nothing, or they needed to pay extra support, purchase another program, or in some way or another pay more money to get the results they paid for in the first place. And that to me is just crazy, but that is how this crazy industry works. However, I don't want you to even experience anything like that. Now, to be clear and transparent in business, there's always going to be a risk that what you're going to do isn't going to work. But I still want to do everything that I can to completely eliminate the risk for you. So not only do I give you a proven system that has worked for me and countless others, on top of that, I'm going to give you something that I've never seen anybody else offer. And that is a lifetime one-on-one private support with me for as long as it takes for you to get results. In other words, once everything is set up and running, and if in the rare event you don't see any results, then we will keep working with you free every month until you do, without having to pay any extra money for support, without the need to attend group calls, and without the need to purchase another program or anything else like that. So now the next thing for you is to decide, do you want to try to do this yourself and spend countless hours or even money through trial and error until you maybe figure it all out one day? Or can you just pay one time and have leads start coming in within the next 30 days, guaranteed, or we work with you free until you do? Now just remember all the value that you're getting here. Now first of all, we optimize your front end of your website and your Google business profile, value of $2,500. We give you 6 months of SEO, technical, on-page and off-page SEO, value of $9,000 for 6 months of SEO. We create a video sales letter script for you, valued at $3,000. Then after you approve the sales script, we then create the VSL itself, valued at $2,500. Then after you approve the VSL, we then create the funnel, which includes the different landing pages, forms, and automation that happens behind the scenes. Value for this service is $5,000. Then we create 3 months worth of weekly follow-up emails. This is valued at $995. Then we set up your traffic channels, which has an additional value of $1,500. All total, the value is $24,495, and all that for a one-time price of $15,000. Everything's set up for you and guaranteed to work for you, or will work with you until you get results. You can't ask for more than that. So if you're in, go down there, click the button below. I'll see you on the other side.